Hi, good evening. I'm Dr. Kelly Burkenstock, owner of Skin Body Health in New Orleans, Louisiana and Mandeville, Louisiana. We're also licensed in Alabama and Florida, where we do a lot of local events, and I actually do some consulting down in Bradenton and Clearwater, Florida. Tonight we're going to be talking about heavy metals. Heavy metals can be found in many, many different places. So heavy metals can be found in old water pipes. So if you live in an old building, heavy metals can be found in our pots and pans. So if you're using aluminum-based pans like Magnolite and the such, they can be in the air because they're microscopic particles. So if someone is sandblasting outside, or even not, doesn't have to be that extreme, just in the air particle, there are these tiny metal particles. So water, air, our personal care products. So a lot of the shampoos that we're using, cosmetics, cleansers, soaps, they're in there. Now that can be found by the Yucca app, Y-U-K-A. You've heard me talk about that a million times. It's an instantaneous reflection of your barcodes. So, and it'll tell you exactly what's in your product. So you might see, wow, there's some cadmium or arsenic or mercury or lead. And while one product might have a small amount, when you take the aggregate of products that you're exposed to every day, and let's not forget about the pesticides, the insecticides that are used on our fruits and vegetables, we're getting exposed to metal toxicity as well. So pots, pans, industrial works, personal care products, like we said, soaps, shampoos, cosmetics, water, have your water tested, it's very simple to do, and in the air. So a lot of pollution, environmental toxins, they're out there. We can't avoid them all. Some of us, depending on the health of our kidneys and liver, can absorb or get poisoned with these things easier than others. So that's where we can kind of get them from. And again, they're in our world, they're all over the place. So what can we do to find out, A, if we've got an overburden of these heavy metals in our body, and B, what can we do if so? Well, there are testing for heavy metals, and I don't recommend those at-home kits. Number one, they're not monitored by the FDA, so please go to an anti-aging, functional, integrative doctor like myself. There's some of us in most all communities, and get a test. So there are 24-hour urine tests, there are blood tests. There are a few different versions of how we can test for heavy metals, but the important thing is that we do test. So here's one of the ones that we use. And for example, this particular person, I know you can't see very much up close, but they've got a lot of cadmium, arsenic, and titanium. So in small doses, any of these metals are not super harmful. But at high doses, over in the orange to red zone, this is something we would want to help you eliminate and get out of your body. Some things are eliminated easily, some things not so. So let's talk about that. And what do these tests for? Well, one of a variety of different things, but everything from lithium, beryllium, aluminum, chromium, manganese, cobalt, nickel, cadmium, silver, selenium, mercury, lead, uranium, titanium, vanadium, you get the picture. So just there's a lot of different heavy metals out there. A lot of them are found in things like Roundup, pesticides, pollutants, and some of these we need to just to grow our crops. Of course, wash everything thoroughly. Another thing that you can do is when you're buying foods, remember the dirty dozen. This is on our website, but the dirty dozen are things like spinach, arugula, kale, collard, grapes, peaches, pears, nectarines, apples, bell peppers, cherries, blueberries, green beans, and Brussels sprouts. So these are the wonderful foods. Please don't avoid them. But we do need to see if you can afford organic. Some of these things with thinner skins, like your grapes, like your blueberries, like your Brussels sprouts, and the luscious tomatoes. go ahead and buy those organic because the thin skin allows more pesticides, heavy metals in. There are heavy metals in our soil, unfortunately. So even if you're practicing grounding, which is a great thing to do, where you go and stand in grass and mud 10 to 15 minutes a day, yes, it's pulling out some radiation, other things, and inflammation from our body. However, in the soils, in the grasses, we do have some heavy metal as well. We just do the best we can do. So, if you're having any of the symptoms of heavy metals, and you know, it can be a lot of different things. You can have headaches, bloating, chronic fatigue, some of those unusual things that we say, well, am I having chronic fatigue from my food? Am I having chronic fatigue from medication? Or could it be possibly heavy metals? Go seek advice from your physician and go get checked. It's pretty easy. So whether it's a 24-hour urine or a blood test, and you get back a report within a couple of weeks, and that report's going to clearly tell you, do you have a heavy metal overload, or do you just have some small amounts of heavy metals that can be eliminated quite easily? And are all heavy metals eliminated the same? No, they're not, actually. Inorganic arsenic typically leaves our body through urination process in 2 to 4 days, unless, of course, you had a huge overload. Lead and mercury leave our body at a slower pace, over a week to months. Cadmium, for example, has a half-life of 3 to 4 months. That means in 6 to 8 months, you're finally getting rid of the last bits of the cadmium. So what are some things naturally that we can do that can help ourselves rid of these heavy metals? Well, number one, eating right. All right, so curry leaves, garlic, ginger, grapes, onions, cilantro. Cilantro is a major heavy metal detoxifier, and the good old-fashioned tomato. Love my tomatoes. So absolutely bring those on. When you're talking about your thicker skins, like your lemons and limes, like your mandarins, you can opt for regular, meaning not organic, because the skin is so thick, the pesticides have a harder time getting internally into these fruits and vegetables. Go, of course, wash them thoroughly. If you can afford organic, fine. But if not, those thicker skins will help protect you. The radishes, those beautiful red color radishes, are wonderful to help rid our body of some of these heavy metals. And of course, grapes and organic blueberries, just wonderful. So that's a few of the things that you can do to eat. What supplements are particularly helpful in terms of detoxing these heavy metals from our body? Well, pre and probiotics, so your live cold probiotics, annatto E, that's the very special form, tocotrienol E, and vitamin C. So if you're not familiar with us, please go to our YouTube channel, Dr. Burkenstock Skin Body Health. Over the last several years, going on 7 now, we've talked to you about many different anti-aging and longevity topics, beauty topics, menopause, andropause, longevity, vitality. You'll find a lot of information over there. And that's Dr. Burkenstock with a U, Burkenstock. So please like and share our videos. It may be able to help your friends, neighbors, and relatives with some of the anti-aging, longevity, vitality, or some of the things they may be facing, like heavy metal toxins, environmental toxins, xenoestrogens that are found in our environments, and fast foods. So if you ever do go to our store, skinbodyhealth.com, we have a product store there, that's skinbodyhealth.com, you will see our supplement store. All of our supplements are made in a GMP approved manufactured facility that's has the FDA seal of approval. All of our products have the GMP seal on them so that you know you're getting potent, qualified medical grade products. So we have the C Power 2000 buffered C. We've got our annatto E and our pre-probiotics. So this bundle, normally if you retail in our stores, $170 for each of these 3 products. But we do have the heavy metal detox bundle, and that's essentially you're getting the vitamin C for free. And that bundle will be for the next month marked down to $134. So it's a great time during the summer to rid yourself of these heavy metal toxins. And these 3 products, your vitamin C, Annatto E, and pre-probiotics, is one easy way with this heavy metal detox bundle to do so. So our store is Skin Body Health, skinbodyhealth.com. So we talked about the time frame of detoxifying heavy metals from the body and that they can vary significantly. If you've got a mild load, great. You can probably eliminate it on your own with eating well, drinking water, and this is a reminder, drink water out of a glass. Please don't do it out of plastic, because you're going to get not only heavy metals, but you're going to get the microplastic overload. And test your water sources in your home, because very easy to test for it. You may have lead, arsenic, titanium, or other metals in your home water from your faucet. So check those out so that you know. So testing for heavy metals, we find out what we've got to get rid of, then we can put you on a special plan. So regular exercise, stress manage, avoiding harmful habits like smoking and excessive drinking, all add to the heavy metal burden. If you've got liver or kidney issues, you won't be able to eliminate the heavy metals as fast. And so you may very well need some help. Doing juicing any of these wonderful fruits and vegetables will absolutely help us eliminate heavy metals. Saunas and heavy exercise are wonderful. Why? When we're sweating, the heavy sweating and sauna can eliminate chromium, copper, cadmium, and excessive zinc. Excessive zinc is hard to get, and we do need a lot of it. Occasionally though, like with any other metal, we can get into an excess state. Saunas are amazing because of the amount of sweating, and the infrared saunas especially. I just love them. Okay, so if we were trying to get you to eliminate heavy metals, first of all, pre and probiotics, Annatto E, vitamin C, and vitamin B1 thiamine is a go-to for all individuals. All right. In addition to supplements, what can we do? Heavy exercise and great eating. Great. What about someone that's got a moderate to severe load? Then we might talk about a chelation protocol. But be very careful, because there are risks to chelation therapy, and it needs to be guided by a physician, because chelation therapy can cause lung injury, allergic reactions, in very rare cases, hypotension, which means very low blood pressure, passing out, coma, infections, kidney damage, which can be very dangerous to someone that already has a kidney issue, and very rare cases, death, and that's usually with IV chelation. But DMSA chelation, again, when under the guidance of a physician, can be a wonderful way to rid yourself of these heavy metals. Get rid of the chronic fatigue syndrome, get rid of the bloating, the migraines, the headaches, and the incapacitating stress that it all brings on. So what do we do after we go through the good eating, the probiotics, the vitamin C, the thiamine, the Annatto E? Well, we retest in 6 months. We look again, and what we hope to see at that point, and most of the times that we do, is that instead of whatever heavy metals showed their ugly heads back over here in the toxicity, they have now moved over to the green, safe range, or zero, none at all. So when we do these protocols, we see results, and that's what we want to see. We want to keep you safe, keep you happy, and get you your benefits. What is the other thing that we do? Extremely safe, okay? We do the foot detox. So with a foot detoxifications, you're getting an ionic probe, and it works by ions, we do use Himalayan salt, and it's a 30-minute foot bath, and it's just not a comfortable foot bath. The foot detox, it improves by pulling toxins out the body through the feet. So you're putting feet in this ionized water. The ionic foot bath relies on salt water to generate ions through a low voltage electrical current. So the low voltage electrical current is coming in to the foot bath, and it is guided by the Himalayan salt. So the color changes that you see can be red, orange, yellow, black, brown, and some froth. And there are some naysayers to ionic foot baths, but let me tell you what they say. They say that, well, all the changes that we're seeing is from the corrosion on the ion generated device. Well, you can buy these by the case. You could literally use a new one every time. So if it's a brand new ion, then it can't be the rust or the corrosion on your low voltage electrical current ion. Did you get my point? So if you use a new fresh one every time, you could prove to yourself that the ionized foot bath does in fact work. And we are big believers in that. And a lot of times when you do the foot bath with the ionized channel, you will see black flecks, and those are a big sign of metals coming out of the body. So test it for yourself. We offer it, we love it, and there are a lot of studies, and some studies have shown that people's immune system gets stronger, they're better, they feel better, and that their iron and other heavy metal overloads have gone down. So you may want to look into the ionized foot bath. You can order one from your physician. If you're getting one online, make sure you're getting a quality medical grade and not a knockoff. So as always, it's been a pleasure talking with you today. If you suspect you have a heavy metal overload, or if any of your friends or family members do, send them in to us. We'll set up a simple protocol. We'll test them. We'll see what their heavy metal load is. Of course, we're going to teach them lifestyle habits and put them on a good food and exercise regimen. We're going to make them sweat. We're going to encourage them to go to a sauna so that they can sweat out a lot of these heavy metals. If they have a high load, we will consider DMSA, chelation therapy. Of course, we'll check their liver and kidney first to make sure that they are a safe candidate. But anybody can benefit from annatto E, vitamin C, and probiotics. Add a little thiamine and B1 there. So again, our bundle, heavy metal detox bundle, annatto E, vitamin C, and probiotics. It retails on our store at skinbodyhealth.com for $170. We're marking it down to $134 for the next month. Essentially, you're getting the vitamin C Power 2000 for free. It's always a pleasure talking with you guys. If you have any topic that you'd like to hear, please go ahead and email us over at info@skinbodyhealth.com. info@skinbodyhealth.com. Come on in, make an appointment. We'll set you up for some heavy metal testing. If you've got any significant heavy metals, we'll be happy to put you on a protocol. We retest in 6 months and make sure that we've helped you clear a lot of those heavy metal toxins. Thank you, and we'll see you soon.